Listen closely, because what I'm about to share with you could change your life forever. Discipline is everything. It's the foundation upon which all success is built, the secret ingredient that turns dreams into reality, and the force that propels ordinary people to extraordinary heights. Think about the most successful people you know, the ones who've achieved greatness in their field, who've made a lasting impact on the world. What sets them apart? It's not talent alone, it's not luck. It's discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's the power to push through discomfort, to stay focused when distractions abound, and to keep moving forward when every fiber of your being wants to quit. But here's the thing about discipline. It's not something you're born with. It's something you develop like a muscle, and just like a muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Imagine for a moment two individuals with the same goals, the same talents, the same opportunities. One has discipline, the other doesn't. Who do you think will succeed? The answer is clear. The disciplined individual will outperform the undisciplined one every single time. Why? Because discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what turns I want to into I did. It's the difference between dreaming and doing. Every morning, you wake up with a choice. You can choose to hit the snooze button and sleep for another 15 minutes, or you can choose to get up and start your day. It seems like a small decision, but it's in these small moments that discipline is born. When you choose to get up, even when you don't feel like it, you're flexing your discipline muscle. You're telling yourself, I'm in control. I do what needs to be done. And with each repetition, that muscle grows stronger. But discipline isn't just about the big goals or the grand gestures. It's about the small, everyday choices we make. It's about choosing to eat the apple instead of the cookie. It's about choosing to read a book instead of watching TV. It's about choosing to save money instead of spending it frivolously. These small choices might not seem significant in the moment, but over time, they compound. They create habits, and habits create destiny. Think about it this way. AI is improved just one each day. In a year, you'll be 37 times better than when you started. That's the power of discipline. It's not about making massive changes overnight. It's about consistent, steady progress over time. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I'm not a disciplined person. I've tried before and failed. Let me tell you something important. Discipline is not a personality trait. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned and improved with practice. The key is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Pick one area where you want to improve and focus on that. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier each day. Maybe it's reading for 15 minutes before. Whatever it is, commit to it. At first, it will be hard. Your mind will come up with 1,000 excuses why you can't do it. But this is where the real test of discipline comes in. This is where you have to push through the resistance. Remember, discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. As you practice discipline in this one area, something amazing will happen. You'll start to see results. Maybe you'll have more time in the morning to exercise. Maybe you'll finish more books and expand your knowledge. These small wins will fuel your motivation, making it easier to stay disciplined. And here's the best part. Discipline is transferable. As you become more disciplined in one area of your life, you'll find it easier to be disciplined in others. It's like a domino effect of positive change. But let's be clear, it is not about punishment or deprivation. It's about freedom. True freedom comes from having control over yourself, your actions, and your choices. When you're disciplined, you're no longer at the mercy of your impulses or external circumstances. You're in charge. Think about the most successful people in any field. Athletes, business leaders, artists, scientists. What do they all have in common? Discipline. They show up every day, rain or shine. They put in the work even when no one is watching. They make the hard choices that others aren't willing to make. Take Olympic athletes, for example. They don't just train when they feel inspired or when the weather is nice. They train day in and day out for years, often sacrificing other aspects of their lives. That's discipline. Or consider successful entrepreneurs. They don't build multi-million-dollar businesses by working only when they feel motivated. They work consistently, solve problems persistently, and keep pushing forward even when faced with setbacks and failures. Assume that's discipline. Even in the arts, which many people think of as purely creative and spontaneous, discipline plays a crucial role. Writers don't wait for inspiration to strike. They sit down and write every day. Musicians don't become virtuosos by playing only when they feel like it. They practice for hours, day after day. The truth is, discipline is the common denominator of success in every field. It's what separates the achievers from the dreamers, the doers from the talkers. But here's something important to understand, and discipline isn't about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes or never falling off track. Everyone slips up sometimes. The key is to get back on track as quickly as possible. If you miss a day of your new habit, don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back to it the next day. Discipline is about consistency over time, not perfection in every moment. Now let's talk about how discipline affects different areas of your life. Because make no mistake, discipline truly is everything. It touches every aspect of our existence. In your personal life, discipline helps you maintain healthy relationships. It's the force that makes you keep your promises, even when it's inconvenient. It's what makes you listen attentively to your loved ones, even when you're tired or distracted. It's what enables you to control your temper and respond with kindness, even when you're feeling frustrated. In your professional life, discipline is what makes you meet deadlines. Go the extra mile and continuously improve your skills. It's what makes you show up on time, prepared and ready to contribute. It's what enables you to persist in the face of challenges and setbacks. In your health, discipline is what gets you to the gym when you'd rather stay in bed. It's what makes you choose nutritious foods over junk food. It's what helps you maintain a consistent sleep schedule even when there's a late-night show you'd love to watch. In your finances, discipline is what enables you to stick to a budget, save for the future, and resist impulse purchases. It's what helps you make wise investment decisions rather than chasing get-rich-quick schemes. In your personal growth, discipline is what makes you read books, take courses, and seek out new experiences that challenge and expand your mind. It's what pushes you out of your comfort zone and into the realm of growth and possibility. Can you see now why I say discipline is everything? It's the foundation upon which every aspect of a successful life is built. But let's be honest, and developing discipline isn't easy. If it were, everyone would be disciplined. So why is it so challenging? One reason is that our brains are wired for instant gratification. We're naturally inclined to choose immediate pleasure over long-term benefit. It's why it's so much easier to watch TV than to exercise, to eat junk food than to cook a healthy meal, to spend money than to save it. Discipline requires us to override this natural inclination. It requires us to delay gratification, to choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure. And that's hard. It goes against our instincts. Another reason discipline is challenging is that it often involves discomfort. Waking up early isn't comfortable. Pushing through a tough workout isn't comfortable. Sticking to a budget isn't comfortable. And our brains are programmed to avoid discomfort. But here's the thing. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you want to achieve great things, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. So how do we overcome these challenges? How do we develop and maintain discipline? First, we need to have a clear vision of what we want to achieve. Discipline without direction is just pointless self-denial. But when you have a clear goal, a compelling vision of your future, it becomes much easier to make disciplined choices. Imagine you're saving money for your dream home. Suddenly, it becomes much easier to say no to that expensive night out or that impulse purchase. Your vision gives meaning to your discipline. Second, we need to create systems and routines that support our goals. Willpower alone isn't enough. We need to structure our environment and our daily routines in a way that makes disciplined choices easier. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in the house. If you want to wake up earlier, put your alarm clock across the room so you have to get out of bed to turn it off. If you want to save money, set up automatic transfers to your savings account. Third, we need to practice self-compassion. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection. It's about progress. There will be days when you slip up, when you don't meet your own standards. That's okay. The key is to forgive yourself and get back on track as quickly as possible. Beating yourself up over mistakes doesn't help. In fact, it often leads to a cycle of negative behavior. I messed up. So what's the point in trying? That's not discipline. Discipline is saying, I messed up, but that's okay. I'll do better next time. Fourth, we need to celebrate our wins, no matter how small. Every time you make a disciplined choice, you're strengthening that muscle. Acknowledge it. Be proud of it. This positive reinforcement will make it easier to stay disciplined in the future. Fifth, we need to understand that motivation follows action, not the other way around. Many people wait to feel motivated before they act. But that's backwards. Action creates motivation. When you take action, even when you don't feel like it, you create momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. 6, we need to surround ourselves with disciplined people. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If you want to be more disciplined, spend time with disciplined people. Their habits and mindset will rub off on you. 7th, we need to practice mindfulness. Discipline often fails in the moment of choice. We act on impulse before we've had a chance to think. Mindfulness helps us create a pause between stimulus and response, giving us the space to make a conscious, disciplined choice. Now, I want to address a common misconception about discipline. Some people think that being disciplined means living a rigid, joyless life. Nothing could be further from the truth. Discipline doesn't restrict your freedom. It expands it. When you're disciplined, you have more choices, not fewer. You have the freedom to achieve your goals, to live the life you want, rather than being a slave to your impulses or circumstances. Is the person who can't control their spending really free? Is the person who can't resist unhealthy food really free? Is the person who procrastinates and misses opportunities really free? True freedom comes from self-mastery, and self-mastery comes from discipline. Moreover, discipline actually increases your capacity for joy and fulfillment. When you achieve your goals through consistent effort, the sense of satisfaction is profound. It's much deeper and more lasting than the fleeting pleasure of giving in to impulse. There's joy in the process, too. As you develop discipline, you'll start to take pride in your ability to do hard things. You'll develop a sense of confidence and self-respect that no external validation can match. And here's something else to consider. Discipline creates stability in your life. When you have consistent habits and routines, when you follow through on your commitments, you create a sense of order and predictability. This reduces stress and anxiety, leaving you more mental and emotional energy to enjoy life. Now let's talk about how to apply discipline in specific areas of your life. In your career, discipline means showing up every day ready to give your best effort. It means continually learning and improving your skills even when you're already good at your job. It means taking on challenging projects that push you out of your comfort zone. Disciplined professionals don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They create opportunities through their consistent high performance. They're the ones who get promotions, who start successful businesses, who become leaders in their field. In your health, discipline means prioritizing your physical and mental well-being. It means exercising regularly, eating a balanced diet, getting enough sleep, and managing stress. It means going for regular checkups and addressing health issues proactively rather than reactively. Disciplined individuals don't yo-yo diet or exercise sporadically. They create sustainable, healthy habits that they maintain over the long term. As a result, they have more energy, better mood, and greater resilience to stress and illness. In your relationships, discipline means being consistent and reliable. It means keeping your promises, being punctual, and following through on your commitments. It means controlling your emotions and responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Disciplined individuals build strong, lasting relationships because they're trustworthy and dependable. They're not at the mercy of their moods or impulses. They show up for their loved ones consistently, in good times and bad. In your finances, discipline means living below your means, saving consistently, and investing wisely. It means having a budget and sticking to it. It means resisting the urge to keep up with the Joneses and instead focusing on your long-term financial goals. Disciplined individuals achieve financial freedom. They're not stressed about money because they've made consistently smart choices over time. They have the resources to weather unexpected challenges and to pursue opportunities when they arise. In your personal growth, discipline means committing to lifelong learning. It means reading regularly, seeking out new experiences, and challenging your assumptions. It means setting personal growth goals and working consistently to achieve them. Disciplined individuals are always evolving, always improving. They don't stagnate or become set in their ways. They remain curious and open to new ideas throughout their lives. Now, I want to address a question that might be on your minds. What if I've tried to be disciplined before and failed? First, understand that this is normal. Developing discipline is a process, and like any process, it involves setbacks and failures. The key is to learn from these experiences rather than being discouraged by them. If you've tried and failed before, ask yourself why. Was your goal too ambitious? Did you try to change too much at once? Did you have a clear plan? Did you have support systems in place? Use these insights to refine your approach. Maybe you need to start smaller. Maybe you need to create better systems. Maybe you need to find an accountability partner. Remember, every failure is just feedback. It's information you can use to adjust your strategy. The only real failure is giving up entirely. Moreover, the fact that you've tried before is actually a positive thing. It shows that you have the desire to improve, to grow, to become better. That desire is the seed of discipline. Now you just need to nurture it with the right approach. As we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a challenge. Start today. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because there is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Choose one area of your life where you want to be more disciplined. It could be waking up earlier, exercising regularly, reading daily, saving money, or anything else that's important to you. Now commit to taking one small, disciplined action in that area every day for the next 30 days. Make it small enough that you know you can do it, even on your worst day. Maybe it's doing 5 push-ups or reading for 10 minutes or saving $1. The size of the action doesn't matter. What matters is the consistency. Do it every single day, no matter what. No excuses. As you do this, pay attention to how you feel. Notice the sense of accomplishment when you follow through. Notice how your confidence grows. Notice how this small act of discipline starts to spill over into other areas of your life. After 30 days, reflect on your experience. How has this small act of discipline changed you? How has it affected other areas of your life? Use this experience as a springboard to expand your discipline to other areas. Remember, discipline is a skill, and the more you practice it, the better you'll become. And as you become more disciplined, you'll find that doors start to open. Opportunities will present themselves. You'll start to achieve things you once thought were impossible. Because here's the truth, discipline is the key that unlocks your potential. It's the force that turns your dreams into reality. It's the path to becoming the best version of yourself.